Hey, do you know what time it is? That's right. It's time for Coach Lindy's podcast. The podcast to get you moving. Hi, I'm Lindy Hutchinson, a certified life mastery consultant with the Brave Thinking Institute. As a life coach, I help others transform their life as I have mine. It's not easy, but it is possible, and it most certainly is worth it. Each week, I'll share insights that inform, inspire, and ignite in you your desire to create a life that you love. So let's find out what's going on this week. Greetings. Welcome to the podcast. It's always great to see you. And we have been covering the suffragettes, men and women who took a very bold and brave stand to help women and persons of color, minorities, to enjoy benefits and equal opportunities that many that we have today and often we take for granted. Well, something popped into my head earlier, and I've always kind of wondered about her. I was thinking about Betsy Ross, the woman, the myth, fact or fiction. Well, I've got a couple little things about Betsy. Yes, she was a real person, which I'm sure you already knew that, but she lived in Philadelphia. She was born in 1752. And she passed in 1836 at the age of 84. She was a Quaker, and in those times, at that time frame and in that area, women, of course, their place was the home, and they had many skills, but even though they kept the whole family together and they did a lot of stuff, generally they were considered, anyway, it was a man's world. But she ended up becoming quite the legend, and that's not really how she started off, but she was one of 17 children. Yeah, 17 kids. She was number 8. So, they didn't have TV then, so so large families, and they all worked hard. And at a young age, she became an apprentice at an upholstery shop. So she learned upholstery, and she became very skilled as a seamstress. And of course, that was before we had Marshalls and TJ Maxx and Amazon. So you better know how to sew. And apparently she became very good at it. Well, she got married at 21. And for a couple of years, she and her husband ran their own upholstery shop. Sadly, he died, and of course, things became very tumultuous. We know that war broke out. And so she actually, if I got the numbers correct, in 1776, she actually worked with George Washington. Now, historians doubt strongly that she, as legend tells it, crafted the very first American flag. There was actually several flag makers, and that's kind of sketchy, and it's really not that important. But what is interesting, I think, is that she actually made many, many flags, and she did sew and work with George Washington. So she did make some very important American flags. Apparently, she made flags for 50 years. And after her first husband died sometime later, she actually remarried twice. And through the course of time, she had 7 daughters. And yet she was used extensively for her seamstress skills and her upholstery capabilities. And she ran their upholstery shop after her first husband died, which was very, very rare. So she was a woman before her time, and she demonstrated her capabilities and leadership. And of course, There's a lot we'll probably never know, but the fact is that they used her, and she made many, many flags throughout the course of 50 years. And I'm sure that if you do some extra research, you'll find that there's other things that she made and contributed as a patriot. So Betsy Ross, the power word for the week I picked was stitching. She was stitching through her way through history and created her own tapestry of legend. And I'm sure she was a very fascinating woman. And I called this episode that Betsy Ross kept the country in stitches. Yeah, okay. Well, I won't quit my day job. So anyway, it's easy to come across a name that we heard as a kid, and maybe we watched it on TV, but it was scary times, and she was a widow at a very young age. And yet she was skillful, and she decided to keep the family business going. She ended up working with some very powerful and influential men, and they required her services, and she did that for 5 decades. In the meantime, she became a mother to 7 kids, and she passed at the ripe old age of 84, especially for those times. And you and I can feel proud that she was a lady who was able to make a powerful contribution, and she's in our history books today. Betsy Ross. She kept the country in stitches. So from our Hey That's Funny file, this is anonymous. The only thing that ever sat its way to success was a hen. I had to think about that. So, yeah. I don't get out much. Okay. So, my friend, it was always a pleasure to be with you, and enjoy your week and keep building your dream because you deserve it. So take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for joining me this week. I look forward to being with you every week. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, please email me at coachlindy@lindyhutchinson.com. My name is spelled L-Y-N-D-I, so it's Coach Lindy, L-Y-N-D-I, at Lindy Hutchinson, LYNDIHUTCHINSON.com. I value what your input is, and I'm always open for suggestions and ideas. If you will like and or subscribe to this podcast, that would be wonderful. I appreciate it. And I enjoy anything that you might want to send in, or if you would like some more information about coaching, send me an email and I will get back with you, and we'll talk about how you can create your best life. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.